This Bitcoin chart is telling us exactly what will happen next to Bitcoin. We talked about this swipe yesterday, and if you look at the history of Bitcoin, this could be the start of the next major move towards the upside like we have seen in 2025. Lower time frame, Bitcoin is cooking some major trading setups. I will deep dive into every opportunity and trading setup in the market. But first of all, I would really appreciate you guys to follow me over on X to never miss something throughout the day in crypto. And of course, I would really appreciate you guys to subscribe over on my YouTube channel and like this daily update video if you love those updates. And let's dive right away into the chart for now, because this chart is telling us massive opportunities for Bitcoin. Simply, this is just a support and resistance chart, but right now the major opportunities are starting because we see that Bitcoin is bouncing from off this start of the impulse. And what does this mean? This was the start of this major rally towards the upside and a major rally towards new all-time highs on Bitcoin. This means that in this order block right over here, the massive orders were scaled in to push the price of Bitcoin higher. If price eventually comes down back towards that level, that is the exact level that orders are still open and the exact level they want to defend before seeing the next move towards the upside. Right now, right over here, we got supported by this support zone once again, and right now we're getting supported by it once again. This is a really good opportunity to buy spot Bitcoin. To be really fair, this is the moment where nobody wants to scale in any Bitcoin, any trades. But to be really honest, this is the best moment to scale in your Bitcoin. If you were tempted and interested in buying Bitcoin in this top structure, this is a major opportunity in the market. So what am I doing next on the longer term on Bitcoin? I'm scaling into the green zone. Right over here, we have a green zone from 80 towards the $75,000. Right over there, I'm just buying spot Bitcoin. If we drop any further towards the downside, towards the 68, towards the $62,000, I'm even buying more. These are also some really good opportunities for swing trades, these green zones. If we are seeing some kind of structure change towards the upside, I'm opening up massive positions. But on this lower time frame, we are deep diving that later in this video. If Bitcoin tends to pump towards the upside from off those green zones, I'm scaling out of some spot positions. Right over here towards the first resistance is approximately 25%. And if we pump even higher towards the 35%, I'm scaling out some Bitcoin. Not because I think we will see a massive dump afterwards, but if we manage to gain this low, we will probably see a new higher low getting formed, and I want to take profit to get into that higher low to move the further leg towards the upside with some massive spot positions. So for now, this chart is pretty clean and simple. Green zones are buy zones, red zones are take profit zones. It is pretty easy like that. For now, we are in a buy zone, and I really think that in the upcoming months, this was the best opportunity to buy your Bitcoin. And even if we drop further towards the downside, I'm scaling in even more spot on Bitcoin. Because what we saw and discussed yesterday is I discussed this low we have seen right over here and why it is so important to get a swipe towards the downside before the next major rally towards the upside. This was the start that Bitcoin started to move towards the upside like crazy and set all-time high after all-time high. If you want the explanation why it is so important to swipe the low before the next major move towards the upside, I would really recommend you to watch the video of yesterday, and I will deep dive into that, why it is so important. But right now we are seeing that swipe getting happened once again. So what we are seeing is the swipe once again right over here. We took everyone out before the next major rally towards the upside, and this could be the start of the next rally towards the upside for Bitcoin. This swipe was the exact swipe I was talking about in yesterday's video, and this was the exact swipe I wanted to see to scale in more Bitcoin and to start trading moves further on towards the upside. And if you look at the lower time frame, the picture is pretty clean here. Bitcoin dropped towards the downside. Right now it is really important to create a higher low from of this green zone on the lower side there. Why is that so important? If we manage to stay above this green zone, that means that we are creating a higher low from of this low. And if we start to move towards the upside from there, we are triggering structure gain towards the upside. So for now, it is pretty important to stay above this green zone. We could trade this into the 5-minute time frames. Right now, the trigger hasn't been opening up yet. Also, it is Sunday evening, so I don't want to really open up positions on Sunday evening. What other opportunities next for tomorrow? This line, this red box right over here is resistance, but also a gain you need to a high you need to gain to see more upside coming for Bitcoin. We can see two scenarios from of that line, that if we pump towards the upside, we will reject it further towards the downside. If we see that happening, we can short this move towards the downside. Why? Because we are just rejecting a very important high once again, and that will probably mean the structure will still be down for Bitcoin and another flush is there to happen for Bitcoin. Otherwise, if Bitcoin is strong enough to stay above this green zone, pumps towards the upside and gained this resistance box right over here, but also gain this high towards the upside, we can look for long positions on Bitcoin, and that will probably look something like this, and I want to trade it further towards the top side of this resistance. This is what I'm planning to do for Bitcoin. So we have two scenarios from the same level. If Bitcoin managed to gain this level towards the upside, I'm looking for longs. If Bitcoin is weak, I am looking for a short further towards the downside. So two scenarios: if Bitcoin looks something like this, I'm gonna short it. If Bitcoin looks something like this, I'm gonna long it towards the upside. Also, the green box we are currently getting supported on right here. If we break this box towards the downside and we are losing this low once again, we can also short that move towards the downside. So if the Bitcoin price looks something like this, I'm gonna short this move further on towards the downside to fill up these zones like we have been discussing right over here. And we could make also money on the way down for Bitcoin. So three scenarios right over here that I'm anticipating on and trading on Monday and the upcoming week. If something unfolds in the market, it is pretty important to follow me over on X, because I will keep you posted about every single development in the market, about every single setup that is forming right over on my X page. And the most important thing is to subscribe over on my YouTube channel, because I post every single day these daily update videos and some massive trading opportunities in the market. So if you don't subscribe over on my YouTube channel, you're missing out of some really nice opportunities and really big trading setups that could provide a big amount of money. You can always and also join my free Telegram group with the first link in the description, and I will keep you posted about every single setup in the market right over there. Then, of course, you want to trade on the best exchanges out there. You want to have the best trading circumstances for yourself, the best UI, the best liquidity, and for that, please make sure to sign up over on BTCC or over on Blowfin with the links in the description. Those are the best exchanges out there to trade those setups I'm discussing in this video over on that exchanges here. Also, if you look at some on-chain data as well, what we can see is that the Bitcoin exchange wheel ratio is increasing pretty much towards the upside. And what does this tell us exactly? We can see that whales are active once again on these exchanges. And this means that whales are planning to do something in the market. Right here, if you look at the level we are at right now, we could see at this same point, the whales were active on the exchanges, and this was the real bottom getting formed for Bitcoin. Right here, the bottom was near to be formed, and right here, the bottom was formed, and we started to move towards the upside. So usually, these are the moments that whales are actively buying Bitcoin once again. Historical speaking, this could lead for a bottom or a bottom that is near to be in and the next rally towards the upside for Bitcoin. For now, I really want to see some shorter time frame confirmations to really say that Bitcoin could bounce from of the support levels we have been talking about in this video. We can always trade the shorter time frame over on Bitcoin, and tomorrow is a brand new day, a brand new week, and a brand new crypto daily update video once again. So please make sure to follow me over on X and to of course subscribe over on my YouTube channel to never miss a daily update video ever again. And I will see you tomorrow by a brand new crypto daily update video.